Yeah. Let's move on to Bethesda. This was an interesting E3 for Bethesda. I really didn't think they'd have much to show. And in some respects they didn't.
Yeah.
Because they showed off Rage 2, which was leaked ahead of time. And it was a really uncomfortable start of the fucking conference. Because it was just people talking, uncomfortably waving at the crowd, an Andrew WK concert.
Yeah.
And then they showed off the gameplay, and I was like, okay, it looks like Doom, but in Mad Max land. Yeah. Fine. Cool. I'm okay with that.
It was one of those things, and we discussed this before with Unraveled 2, right? It's one of those things, developers, you can't walk on stage and announce a sequel to a game which didn't go down too well in the first place, and act like this is what everybody's always wanted.
Like Rage was, didn't it get like fucking high 50s in the Metacritic or something? And it was like, oh,
it was okay.
Game.
Like, it didn't set the world alight, did it?
No,
it was okay. It's hard pressed to say there's many people out there whose favourite game franchise is Rage.
There's going to be one or two people who really wanted a Rage game.
So Bethesda, you can't come out and be like, we're giving it to you guys. This is what we heard you.
Fucking Andrew WK coming out on stage like, oh my god, I finally get to be the Rage composer.
Here we go, guys. We know this is what you've wanted. It's Rage 2, baby. No, because, I mean, Rage 2 might be good.
That's like a fucking announcement for, like, in between the conference.
Yes, but you can't set up with, like, this is a big one. This is a big one, guys. Because it's like, well, the first Rage wasn't all that. So, and you know...
Well, it's quite clear why they did start with Rage 2, because they had pretty much small JPEGs and movies to show for the rest of them, and then Fallout 76.
Right, so the first JPEG was a Doom sequel. Doom 2016, I love.
Still need to play it.
I go on about this game too much.
I'm sure it's great.
I love Doom 2016. I think it's fantastic.
I love Doom original PC.
So, we didn't see... There was no footage. Like, it was just a footage of, like, you know...
Oh, it's the
a
Doom
CG thing
guy.
of, oh, look, it's hell, and the Doom guy's back.
And that guy comes out and says, do you want to see Hell on Earth? And everybody laughs because it's a meme.
Yeah. And then a logo for Doom 2 or Doom Eternal.
Whatever.
Really excited for that because
more
of how
Doom.
good the first one was.
It's more Doom.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
nobody's gonna say no to more Doom.
This is the point I'm trying to make with Rage 2. Rage 1 didn't go down that well, so they made a big deal about Rage 2.
If they opened with Doom, Eternal, people would have been like...
But they made a big thing about Doom 2. You know, the whole, hey, do you wanna go back? Do you wanna... I can't remember. Do you wanna slay things? Do you wanna see Hell on Earth? Right? And they couldn't do that, and they could do that because Doom 1 was good and went down well, and people want to see a sequel, which they haven't announced yet. So it works when you have the original game that has hype behind it.
Yeah.
Rage doesn't. Regardless, Doom 2, I'll buy it. Cool.
Absolutely. And then they had like stuff in the middle, which was like, we'll co-op for the Wolfenstein game, and then prop hunt for the Prey game.
Little things, whatever, no interest, but I'm sure it will interest
Todd Howard came on stage and went, alright big boys, it's fucking, you guys get off stage, it's time for me to take control of this conference. He's wearing that leather jacket, he's got the charisma, he's like a legend, everybody fucking just loves him.
Todd Howard is so fantastic, and a pure example of how you should do game conferences.
Absolutely.
As a presenter. It's enough like hype that he knows how to generate enough hype while at the same time knows that this is all a bit silly.
Yeah.
And that you can't take
Don't take it seriously. He's just like whatever. He's like, I could listen to him talk about things for ages. Like just talks and talks, and then he's like turns to the crowd, makes a fucking joke. And the jokes work.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what are you gonna do with your other hand?
Yeah.
Fucking hold my coffee, whatever.
Yeah.
Turns to the crowd, calls them degenerates, and people just like fall in love.
Yeah.
Like, love it. He had to suffer through the fucking Elder Scrolls Blades game.
Yeah.
A mobile shit fucking. And I was like, oh, is this gonna be the card games coming to mobile? No. It's a terrible looking mobile but just a terrible looking mobile game of fucking Elder Scrolls.
Just a quick note: are we not past this phase of
mobile
games? The next big thing, because we're past this phase.
No,
the only thing on
because Pokemon Go got fucking squillion dollars.
Yeah, so here's the things that work on mobile: things like Pokemon Go, things like Clash of Clans, things like Candy Crush and Angry Birds.
Things you can play while you're on the toilet.
Trading card games like Hearthstone.
Yeah.
That this works on mobile. First person Skyrim-esque Elder Scrolls.
You have to be invested and have some agency in the game.
No. Mobiles, we're so far away from this. Kudos for them trying this shit.
Sure.
But we're so far.
You can't get progress without failure.
We're so far. I feel like we're so far away from this trend.
I'm shocked there isn't like an RPG game on like mobile, which is just like literally you press the button to do the attack and move or whatever with your thumb. Mm-hmm. I'm shocked. It's such a simple combat, like bare basic inputs, and yet we've got a fucking touch to move, touch to fucking fight and combat in depth.
It's free, right? It's free.
Yeah.
And it was out. They were like, it's out now, which is.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
It's not.
Oh no, was there a demo or something?
It's not out at all.
Okay, well, fine. Well, autumn's close-ish, and I think it's free.
It's free. Yeah,
it's free. So that's the way to do it. Like, who cares? It's free. It's free. I can't complain. But
yeah. Fine. Sure. If people like it, people like it. I don't. It's not for me. I really don't care about mobile games. And then Todd Howard spent about 8,000 years talking about Fallout 76.
Yep.
It's online.
Yep.
It's not a base builder, but it sort of is.
Yep.
And it looks like an actual game, but it sort of isn't. There's no NPCs or major quests. It's sort of. It's very vague what it is. You can clearly fight in it with other people online. There's clearly monsters to fight, and there's clearly a lot of emphasis built on the base building.
It's a weird. Like every time I want to be like, oh, it's obviously it's an MMORPG. It's Fallout, but they're doing the whole everything's online thing. But it's not, because he said it's 12 players a server or whatever.
Yeah, like dozens. So it's a big, huge map. But there's not going to be that many people.
So it's not. It's like a not massively multiplayer.
It's almost like Minecraft mixed with
adequately multiplayer online role-playing.
Sure,
game. I don't know,
which is fine. Like, I mean, the only thing that I find really interesting about that is that they've put fucking nukes where you can just nuke anyone on it.
Yeah,
I think that's fucking hilarious.
I think it's really interesting.
It's like Rust. It's a bit like Rust. It's Rust.
I think,
but with less players.
I think the whole game looks cool.
Sure.
It's not what a lot of people want, but I think the whole game looks cool.
I'd probably download it.
I'm way up for companies doing stuff like this.
Yeah, me too.
It's different. Like there's no other game at E3 that was like this.
No, I agree. I'm interested in Fallout 76. I wasn't when the announcement for it was.
Yeah.
I was after the gameplay trailer. So
yep, and that's a good sign.
I guess that's all they need. And then Todd Howard, of course, like fucking throws out one JPEG, and it's like, oh, it's Starfield, the game the original RPG set in space. Great, people cum their pants.
Yep.
Then he says, but wait, there's more. People barely reeling back from the fucking cum. Their dick is so hard and sore. And then he fucking pops up that Elder Scrolls 6 logo. People bust even more nuts. People are crying in the audience because of it. It's, yeah, he knows how to please a crowd.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not coming till 2020.
Of course, both those games. But they did the reveals the same way.
Like, here's Starfield's coming out maybe 2019, end of 2019, if we're lucky.
They did the reveals for both of those, the new Elder Scrolls and that Starfield, the way they should have done that Star Wars reveal back on
Yes, exactly.
JPEG, not much, like nothing to go on. It's obvious that it's nowhere near ready. It's not going to be out for ages.
People can make a fucking 20-minute video speculating about it.
People got hyped, people cheered. You announced your games, cool.
2020, we've got Elder Scrolls 6, great.
Yep.
And then let's move on to... did you see the Devolver Digital
I did
conference?
Watch it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a...
It's Devolver Digital. It was cool.
But I thought it was fucking hilarious.
It was cool. It's about the right length, like it was 20 minutes, right?
It's 15 minutes. They showed off 3 games. That Pedro game looked fun.
That Pedro game is up top, up there on the lists of most anticipated.
Yeah, it looked really fun.
That looks so good.
And it was and the conference was so weird and absurd and like a complete lampoon of the game industry.
Yep.
That I'm very happy with.
That My Friend Pedro trailer was sick.
Yeah.
It was sick.
When he shot the fucking pan up in the air.
The pan, that's the money shot.
I was
pan in the air.
Oh my god.
He's deflecting bullets off the pan to go both ways.
Fucking
all
kicks,
the animations,
kicks a skateboard in his face and rides a skateboard.
All the animations look janky and weird and it's cool. And
yeah, it's
up for that.
Great.
Up for that. actually one of the games post all the E3 conferences, which I looked into more and tried to look for a release date and stuff.
Sure.
And that says a lot. Cool game.
That's good. And
Switch and PC. Seems like really at home on the Switch.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
To be fair, a big theme of this conference was, hey, it's coming to PS4, but it's also coming to Switch, and people fucking crowd and cheer and everything. And then they announced like a From Software game, Metal Wolf Chaos XD.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this game. Apparently it's a cult classic, released in Xbox only in Japan.
Don't know what this
which is really weird. And it's like a mech US president thing. Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But and then they ended the conference with 5-minute recreation of Robocop.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously I'm hard.
Yeah.
I'm strangling myself. I'm doing a David Carradine. I'm fucking waiting to pass out from the cum. But you know, good.
It was fine.
Square Enix, what was the point of having a conference if they're just going to show trailers that every other conference showed different trailers first?
Yeah.
So they had like Kingdom Hearts, Shadow of War, whatever, Shadow of Tomb Raider, whatever. All those trailers repeated.
Yeah.
And then the trailers they did show that were the same, which they could have expanded on. They expanded on even more in PlayStation.
Yeah.
They had different trailers for like Kingdom Hearts and shit. It's like, what's the fucking point of even having a trailer? Just give it to other people to do this stuff.
We'll do Kingdom Hearts now because it's the only thing Square Enix, in my opinion, I care about.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Where was that?
If you are hype about Shadow of Tomb Raider, then good for you.
You need a fucking brain
good for
hemorrhage.
you, and you must love all modern games. But
I agree.
Kingdom Hearts 3. I've never been a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts, but it is interesting, and I know there is a fanatic fan base.
Yes.
Like crazy fans for Kingdom Hearts.
At least the trailers are like,
I'll tell you what, right?
Fuck? Like,
that trailer, it looks like such a mess. I don't know.
Yes.
Oh god, but
what are the trailers to even have some of the sound effects finished in it?
But it looks like it's just a mess of just characters just saying stuff.
Oh hey, it's Elsa. And she's gonna interact with this guy, and then there's like loads of like weird Final Fantasy characters just sort of turn up. And
but I'll tell you
whatever.
what, there looks like you do loads of stuff in that game, loads of different.
You go to the Monsters
stuff.
Inc. world, you go to the fucking Toy Story world,
and
sure,
it's just crazy shit. And Elsa's bad or not bad, and there's just characters showing up everywhere. And cool, fine.
If you like Disney, you're gonna love it.
It wasn't uninteresting.
No.
It was fun to watch those trailers.
It's always fun to watch
try
trailers.
and piece what the fuck was going on.
I despise the games in general because I can't stand the story, I can't stand the gameplay. But it's interesting at least. It's interesting. It's not a boring modern game. But then what the fuck else did they have? Bethesda just had like and the game by the. Was it Gone Home or was it like Life is Strange developers?
Yes, Life is Strange.
Oh, I'm zoned out. Sure, people might like this heartwarming tale of a child with clear autism or something. I don't know. It probably didn't have autism, but I don't care. I want a game to be a game. That's just my taste.
People really love Life is Strange.
Whatever.
I do not, and I tried.
I don't like it.
I tried.
Whatever.
But if you're hyped for Life is Strange, then you might like this new thing. Square Enix was let's face it, a complete dud. Like Square Enix didn't need to be there. I don't know why they were in conference. But
well, they showed off one game. They showed off a fucking weird trailer, and then the Platinum logo, and everybody went.
Yeah.
I know Platinum, and I like Platinum. Sure. And then they showed off a game called The Quiet Man.
I've heard a lot about this.
It had live action cutscenes.
Yeah.
And then cut to gameplay which looked quite close, and it's all the music swelled out because the protagonist is deaf. And it had like combat. It looked interesting. It looked really interesting. And I was like, oh, okay. But that won't be until fucking late 2019 at least. So yeah, just fuck that whole fucking shit. I don't care about Square Enix. Final Fantasy VII, they've completely fucked into the ground because they're development. They hate developing games. They absolutely despise making games. they love announcing games 8 years before they even fucking want to make those games.
So that kind of answers the question I was about to ask. It's like, why did Square Enix need to be there all the trailers they used were in other press conferences.
Yeah.
And it's because Square Enix loves a game announcement. They love a game announcement.
Do you know when Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced?
Fucking years ago.
Guess when it was announced?
2015.
You're correct. That's 3 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And they had cinematic and that's it. They showed off gameplay last year. This year, they showed fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because they fucked it. They realised it was a dumb idea to completely announce a game 2 years too early. And then, I don't know, fucking... What was the last thing? Oh yeah, Octopath Traveler. It's coming up.
We know a lot about this because
Want that game.
Nintendo have been pushing it. It looks really cool. There was a demo. Apparently it's good.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah,
Cool.
so do I.
It looks really good, to be honest. We chatted a lot of shit about Square Enix there, but Octopath Traveler looks awesome, has a cool concept, fair play.
And it plays like Final Fantasy VI with interesting new things. So that's a tick in every box for me.
Fair play. We all want that game, Square Enix, so fair play.
Yeah, I can't complain. And then we move on to Ubisoft. The butt of the jokes,
Oh,
as
Ubisoft.
always. As always.
Oh, Ubisoft.
Starts off with an extended dance sequence.
Oh, yes.
Which equally infuriated me, and equally, I'm glad they got that shit over with to start with.
Yeah.
Just why? Nobody's there. Nobody's at a video game conference. The video game conference that shows all the games. To watch Just Dance 2.
Yeah.
Just Dance doesn't even have that many followers. Like FIFA and like Madden and all that have the dedicated like esports community or whatever.
Yeah.
But Just Dance doesn't. It has the mums.
I don't know if you're underselling this. I think
it's a very big seller.
Just Dance
but it's
is
such
huge.
a casual game that gets sold every year.
So they need to announce it, which is fine.
Yeah, but announce it.
Yeah.
People buy it regardless of that fucking
That's what I'm saying.
song and
Announce it.
dance.
The big
I
song
don't
and dance.
understand.
I know.
And they brought back the fucking panda fucking from last year? Like we cared?
I know. I mean, a tear welled up in my eye seeing that panda again, Jazz. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
He busts through that door, starts into "I'm still standing." Like that's representative of all the abuse he was receiving. He's still standing, like strong and proud, survivor. Looking like a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Just do a trailer. You know what? I think this actually grates us more because we knew what were to come with music at E3. I'm sure we'll talk about it in Sony.
My God.
But there's a lot of goddamn music this year.
Fucking why?
A lot of music performances.
Like,
a lot of
even
dancing.
in
a lot of singing.
Yeah, I think
we didn't need it.
Every conference had some sort of music bit in it, except for like
Nintendo.
Except for EA, Nintendo, and Microsoft.
I was about to get Microsoft. About to say Bethesda, but of course they had Andrew WK.
Yeah. But like, I don't get it. Like Ubisoft usually, surprisingly this year, didn't have a random celebrity show up to sing a song.
Yeah.
Shockingly, that was Bethesda this year. I thought Drake was going to turn up.
Jazz, what planet are you living on?
Fucking, they had Jason Derulo. He's the same.
He's not the same
He's
level.
the same as Drake. He plays Fortnite.
I apologise in advance to anyone.
It's Kanye West's friend.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about music.
No, let's move on. Neither do Ubisoft.
Yeah, I agree. They showed a cinematic for Beyond Good and Evil 2, where like it's a fucking prequel, and it's like, oh, good.
The end reveal with Jade is evil is interesting.
No, I'm gonna fight you there.
Oh no.
I think it's a dumb as fuck idea, because I hate prequels that do shit like that. Oh, Jade's the bad guy. All these new characters who weren't in the sequel. Paige is there. It's like, well, Paige isn't dead.
Yeah.
Jade isn't dead. Jade's literally an orphan-loving, beautiful heroine. So, you know, this is clearly a fake out that I care so little about that I just think, fuck you. Fuck you if you're even trying it. What's the point? Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you watched a Han Solo film, and they have a whole segment where Han is grabbing on for dear life, and he's like falling and he's gonna die. It's like, but he's not though, because he's in the other movies.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point?
I see the point you make. I see the point you make.
It looked like a nice cutscene, and it looks like a cool world.
Look,
then they also came at the end and had the fucking gall to ask for money.
Well, I'll tell you the thing about Beyond Good and Evil 2. The original trailer which they showed for it, the original one, you know, with the monkey and he steals the thing.
It's great.
I thought it was really great. I hate just pre-rendered CGI only trailers,
Sure.
but I did enjoy it.
But at least it's new and not unique.
However, I got my fix. Show me gameplay now.
Yep.
Beyond Good and Evil 2. I don't need more pre-rendered CGI cutscenes showing off characters. Gameplay, please.
I saw the gameplay though, and it didn't look very interesting.
Oh right, so
It's open world.
So then
it's an open world Ubisoft game.
They're doing this thing where the community can submit artwork and then they might put it in the game.
But you have to pay.
Yeah, so it's like, do you want to do some work for us? Then you can.
You could do some work for us and pay us. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is here. Fuck you.
They spun it like this is such a great thing. We're giving back.
Giving back to the community.
Giving back to the fans who wait for this.
No, you fucking aren't.
I'm not as mad about this as lots of other people.
No, come on. It's such fucking bollocks. They ask us for fucking money for us to do work for them.
You don't have to submit anything.
No, you don't. But
the game's coming out whether if there's no submissions, the game's coming out.
No, but you think of all those people who. Here's how it went down. Wow, we're gonna do this in an urban city where there's gonna be like space crime and loads of graffiti everywhere. Fuck, we have to make so many textures for graffiti. Do you know what would be great? Is if we got money from the public and also all of our work done for us. Oh wait, we can do that. That's entirely what it felt like.
Yeah, like, it's nothing to be excited about. It is a bit dumb. It is a bit shady. I'm not overly mad on it. I don't know, I just don't care that much.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, if the game gets good reviews, I'll buy it. That's about it.
Yep.
Then there's, like, Skull and Bones, which was a pirate game.
A lot of pirates this year.
Yeah.
A lot of open
Samurai
sea...
pirates.
Samurai and pirates were E3 2018. A lot of pirates, so many that are just kind of blurred into one. I have no interest in this.
I was interested in it until it was just a ship fight simulator.
Yeah.
If it was like you go offshore and do the thing that Sea of Thieves does, I'm like, this looks so much better than Sea of Thieves. Oh, it's just a ship fighting thing. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. It's an open world ship fighting game. That's it. Then we have Starlink. A fucking space game which I give so little fucks about. It was like, oh, you build a model and that model becomes the thing that you use in the game, and I was like, great, this is just fucking Skylanders shit for kids. Then out of fucking nowhere, they revealed that Star Fox is going to be in the game. Fucking Star Fox. And then everybody immediately threw their wallets at the screen and said, I love Skylanders. I love Skylanders.
The power of Nintendo's IPs. My God, can they change something that I have no interest in to something which I would absolutely love to play because you showed me an R-Wing and Fox's face.
Absolutely.
And it changed.
Miyamoto got up, they gave him a gift, he waved at the stage and just went goodbye.
I didn't need that. Like, that was a bit weird. Like,
but they do that every Ubisoft E3 now. They have Miyamoto there, they thank him, they give him a gift, and they usher him backstage.
It seems weird.
Thank you, everybody.
It seems weird. Like, Ubisoft are very much like, this is our god. Like, oh, Miyamoto-san, like, wow, you have blessed us with your presence. And Miyamoto's just kind of there like, yeah, it's cool, dudes.
Okay,
like,
are you gonna put your
the
shit
guy
in
was
the
like, they handed him a present, and Miyamoto...
He looks so like...
Surely Miyamoto knows this is happening? Surely? He doesn't look like it.
I don't know.
He stood up like...
He's a senile Japanese man.
This is what it is. You know, on Christmas Day, when you get handed a present by someone,
yeah,
and they're like, oh, open it then, open it, and you open it in front of him, and it's something you don't want.
No,
it's
you're just like,
cheap
okay,
I
have no space in your shelf.
But yes, this is just going to...
I've got so many models of R-Wings.
This is going to collect dust. Like, what's supposed to do with this shit? But they're both watching you unwrap it.
Thank you!
Wow!
That is a very good... Oh, thank you!
It's a model.
Evil Gilmore-san!
I definitely couldn't get one of these made at a drop of a hat.
Definitely already haven't got loads of those in my house because I know Miyamoto's a fucking nut.
But thank you, Ubisoft. Oh, you want me to head backstage and say hello to... Well, I mean... Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll head backstage and say hello.
I bet he's just like, I can't wait to be gone. I want to go back to Japan.
Yeah.
I want to start making a Paper Mario game and people are going to hate it.
It's almost endearing from Ubisoft. It's almost endearing.
It's like children trying to impress their dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it feels like.
Even with the Star Fox stuff, I bet they absolutely begged Nintendo for it, and Nintendo were like, "Yeah,
oh, we have
whatever.
Star Fox.
We're like, we ain't doing anything with that shit. Yeah, just take it.
Fucking
just take it, mate.
Who cares?
And we're making Yoshi's Flippin' Island.
Yoshi's frickin' Island.
We're too busy making a Yoshi's Flippin' Island game. Just take Star Fox, dudes.
Yeah. And then they had just a load of other shit. Some guy crashed through a fucking podium.
Really
some
dumb.
Trials.
It was kind of fun.
Nobody cared about it until it went. Oh, it's on Switch as well, and everybody. Woo!
Trials is cool. Yep.
I like Trials. Division 2. Who cares?
Hated Division 1. Hated it. Can't stand it. Thought it was bad. Thought it was bad. Division 2 doesn't show that much that they've changed.
Oh, it's a brown simulator.
Might be good. Probably won't be.
Agree. DLC for Rabbids. They had Grant Kirkhope on stage doing the Donkey Kong theme.
We got some
cool.
new music.
I like Grant Kirkhope. Hooray!
We got some music. Yeah, it was fine. I don't care that much about that.
Transference. They had Elijah Wood come out on stage and have the fucking gall to do another, like, vague cinematic trailer where they just have him talking to the camera about how fucking revolutionary the game is. Show us the fucking game.
They didn't have it. Sorry.
They don't have it ready. Don't announce this fucking game.
I have no opinion on this because they didn't show much.
Yeah, The Crew 2. Okay.
I hated The Crew 1. It's bad. It's bad. I have no inclination that Crew 2 is going to be any better, so it'll probably be bad.
It looks like a brown simulator.
It'll probably be bad.
And then they had Chinese people in For Honor.
Yep.
They want to boost that sales in China, baby.
I can't believe For Honor's still a thing.
Do you know what? As soon as I saw the For Honor thing, I was like, they're announcing a new warrior here. And I'm like, we've got Vikings, we've got Knights, we've got Samurai. Do you know what they're doing next? They're doing fucking Zulu tribe warriors or something.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Wow.
And it was like, oh, we're doing Chinese warriors. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I just can't believe they're still making content for this game.
Because it didn't go down very
It didn't
well,
sell that well.
No, people were like, oh, this is quite fun to play for the moment, and then dropped it immediately.
It wasn't a smash hit. I don't think the player base is high because it
not
was
at all.
riddled with bugs and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Ubisoft still treat this as a big deal. Apparently, I don't care. It's For Honor.
Well, it's like a Smash thing. Like, oh, what warriors from the ancient history are they going to add in this time? What are they going to do? Add musket men next time.
Comment down below if you played For Honor any time in the last 2 months. There will be 0 comments.
It's because I have so few subscribers.